Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Today's January 14th. I'm recording this video and I'm going to be talking about focusing on where we are now and how to find success in the positions that we're currently placed in as faith-based individuals. Again, obviously, this is going to be my interpretation of how I understand what I'm reading. I'm definitely open to having communication and hearing what other people's thoughts are on what my interpretation is. But based on how I'm understanding the certain readings that I'm going through in the Bible, I wanted to share a few things and thoughts that I think can help other faith-based individuals or those looking to try and move to making faith-based decisions by providing some context on what I think and how I understand what I'm reading. And so I think a lot of times when we're in a position that we're not necessarily happy with, we start to look externally for resources or opportunities that may come up to make us happy. Whereas Galatians 6:7, it says, "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows." So basically, no matter what we're thinking, if we take action on what we're thinking and actually say what we're thinking, whether it be negative or positive, we reap what we sow. A man will reap what he sows. And so it's pretty interesting because in the Bible, it talks a lot about the seed, harvest, etc. And so what I found pretty interesting was that when we're not happy with where we are, or we're looking externally to other options that may make us happy, um, it's not necessarily the position that we're in that's going to make us happy. It's the thought process that we have in which is going to make us happy. And if we just look internally and look to God and have that backbone, that faith-based backbone to make decisions and make the best of where we are, I think it can go a long way. And so what I mean by that is that um, our opportunities and our success as faith-based individuals are definitely determined by one, the seed that, or the opportunity that God has placed in our lives, right? So whether that's, a door that he's opened, or maybe you maybe think it's a door that he's closed. We have to take the time to look at the seed or the opportunity or the position that we're in currently, look internally and look to God for the answers on that. And so if we have a good seed, but we plant it in bad soil, in infertile soil, then most likely the seed isn't going to grow into anything, right? But if we have a seed, a good seed, and fertile soil, and we plant that seed and harvest that seed, then what it's going to do is provide a positive outcome, a positive result, right? And so what I mean by this is that, let's say we have negative thoughts and we have fertile soil, and we plant those negative thoughts into the fertile soil. We harvest those negative thoughts, we express those negative thoughts outwardly, we communicate those negative thoughts outwardly. We're harvesting those negative thoughts. And so the result of that is going to be most likely negative outcomes, because like God says in Galatians 6:7, a man reaps what he sows. Whereas if we start focusing in on where we're at right now in our lives and how to turn what may look to be like a bad seed into a good seed, and outwardly express the positive of the position that we're in, the positive of the seed that we were given, the opportunities that we were given, the doors that were opened by God, and plant that in fertile soil, then the outcome is going to most likely be more positive than negative. Again, for that reason that God states in Galatians 6:7. And so I figured this would be a good point to talk about today because, one, a lot of times we, like I said, look for other ways to find fulfillment and find happiness. But if we start to identify the good seed, the good opportunity, the good within where we're at in our lives, and plant and sow and harvest and sow those seeds into fertile soil, we can expect a more positive outcome and result. I hope that you guys found value in today's video and today's message. Like I said, this is my interpretation and a message that I thought would be beneficial to share. If you guys did find value, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, share it, and definitely feel free to leave a comment so that we can have some communication around what my thoughts were on the message that I shared today. Thank you guys all for watching. I appreciate your time. God bless and praise God.